And after over 25 years in the game, man, you got over a dozen albums. I mean, what do you feel like, or how do you feel like the game has changed?
Raider Nation, it's your boy Angry Fucking Raider, and welcome to the Angry Raider Show. I'm your host, Angry Fucking Raider. Not gonna make a long blog. Just gonna tell you how it is, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, bad loss, bad loss. Looks real bad. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, but it's not really that bad, but it looks bad. I said that to say that we left 21 unanswered points on the field that we should have got that we didn't get. Carr fumbles at the goal line. Carr throws a pick down there, and Jacobs didn't get in. Now the goal line was definitely on us. As far as him fumbling, that's on Carr. The pick, bad read, bad throw on Carr. That's 14 points right there. And the goal line run was just a great defensive stop by them. So you're looking at like 14 points, 21 total, but 14 that we should have came away with. Defense, like I said, Raider Nation is going to be a work in progress. You know what I mean? We never seem to have two things operating at the same time. We never seem to have a good defense, you know what I'm saying, good offense, or, great defense, somewhat okay offense. We never have those two. We always either have a good offense, bad defense, or okay defense, bad offense. You know what I'm saying? So neither one can help each other. We just gonna stick to the offensive side of the ball. I just want everybody to see that this was a good game to really see where Derek Carr is at. And when I say that is that you have Aaron Rodgers on the other side of the ball who doesn't have anybody to really throw the ball to as well. You understand what I'm saying? His receiver core is banged up. Our receiver core is banged up. This is why I really couldn't predict the game because, and I even think the people who bet on the game really couldn't predict the game because you really don't know what Aaron Rodgers can do with those receivers because it's not his go tos. You know what I mean? And when you look at it, the difference between having the it factor and not having the it factor, you guys seen it today. And that's what I was saying. And I'm kind of glad that we could display this and actually you can see what I was saying when it comes to pertaining to Derek Carr. It has nothing to do with his athletic ability or none of the above. It just has everything to do with the it factor. And this is the it factor. Knowing how to get your team to rally around you. It's not John Gruden's play calling. It's not his offense. His offense is legit. Every time I watch it, it looks good to me. You know what I'm saying? He definitely can game plan accordingly to teams, and he definitely this year has been a little better at making adjustments in the second half when it comes to the offense. You know what I mean? He's putting his players in the right position to be successful in his offense. It's just that you have to have that quarterback that has that it factor that he makes everybody else around him better. Josh Jacobs, for example, he has the it factor. He makes his offensive line better. It's the second week over 100 yards. Yeah, he didn't get in the end zone. Yeah, we lost bad, but for the most part, I mean, the running game was took off just like what it did in Chicago. You know what I mean? Chicago just didn't have an offense, so that's what kept us in the game. That they was eliminated to just only being a defensive team when they played against it. They had no offense and shit. They still could have won the game. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. You know what I mean? And when you look at this game, you just see what I'm saying when it comes to Carr. You know what I mean? Nothing against him as a person, an athlete, none of the above. It's just the it factor. Do you make the people around you better? Can you make these 2 tier, 3 tier, 4 tier receivers look like 1 tiers? Aaron Rodgers did. I don't give a fuck if Aaron Rodgers been in the league more. People compare Carr to Rodgers. The baby A-Rod. You know what I'm saying? Well, the baby A-Rod just showed you how to play, baby. You know what I'm saying? and not make critical mistakes, and knowing what you have on the field and what you can and can't do. That's the it factor. That's making the players around you better. So, I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying, Carr is trash. I'm not saying none of that before anybody try to come at me, but I'm just showing y'all what I mean by having an it factor and having the same situation Green Bay had as we had as far as having no receivers. Actually, I think our receivers might be a little better than Green Bay receivers. I mean, just being honest, it's just, it is what it is, man. As far as the defense go, man, I mean, a typical Raider defense. Good some weeks, bad others, real bad on others. This week we got toasted. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because we have no pass rush. The Clinton Farrell pick is becoming a bad pick. You know what I'm saying? And I think, to be honest with you, I think they picked Clinton Farrell because they wanted to see what he had, and he was a good dude. It was all about character with him. I think that they probably knew that they could have picked somebody else, and with that pick, but I think that person they was going to pick got taken, so that was their next best thing on their board. You know what I'm saying? That could that matched up to their defensive scheme, and we had 3 first-round draft picks this year, and to me, hitting on 2 of those 3, I'm cool with that, and then hitting on a late 4th-round draft pick, I'm fine with that. I just feel like Clinton Farrell is, I don't know. It just don't look like what it's supposed to look like, and I don't know what to expect. I know he's a rookie. You got to go through your curve. I guess we'll see in season 2, but I just feel like that. Sometimes in college, these great athletes get covered up by the team and by them playing, what I'm saying, weaker competition at most of the times. And, even during good competition, they still have a collectively overall good team, and their inconsistencies get covered up sometimes. And then when you get to the league, it gets exposed because, the team is doing bad, or the offense might not be as high powered as it was with what you left with it. It's just a lot goes into that. So the Clinton Farrell thing, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Clemson had a great defense. There's a lot of people on that defensive line that went in the 1st round. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Maybe his inconsistency was covered up by the great play of the other players. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like I've been saying it, that we just need to stay with a set group and rotate them when they need breathers, and I just let them get in a rhythm. We don't have a pass rush. You cannot be rotating motherfuckers in and just hoping that somebody it just kills it. You got to go with a group. Let everybody get acclimated with each other, be able to play, know each other tendencies and shit. When you constantly switching groups, and then when shit ain't going your way, you should just start plugging people. Let's see if he works with this group, or let's see if he works with that group. That shit is dumb. You need to have a set fucking group, and that's who you run with. Linebackers are not that good. Tahir Whitehead, I said last year, and I even heard Detroit fans saying he's not good in coverage, and that is the truth. He's not. He's not a 3-down linebacker. Morrow played bad today. You know what I'm saying? You brought in Phillips, the guy you brought up. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? You got Dakota Allen. Why not give him a chance? I mean, if you're going to do the defensive line like this, you might as well do the fucking linebackers like that, too. I mean, ain't nobody doing nothing. See what you got. Instead of us trying to establish this shit in practice, you motherfuckers want to try to establish this shit in the games. And it's just not working. The secondary, besides Worley, shit, you know, corners ain't been doing shit. Carl Joseph, he's just a box safety. He's bad in coverage. That was his knock coming out of college. Eric Harris, he's okay, but he get lost out there sometimes. He's lost out there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? LaMarcus Joyner, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was a bad signing by us, or maybe it's just, he's just having a bad year. I don't know. I feel he's a good player. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's to be determined. And Garyon is just getting. He can't even stay with the top two, top three, top four tier receivers. He can't even stay with them. He getting toasted. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the defense is just. It's no consistency. Like you see how the offense is consistent, even with dumb bonehead mistakes Derek Carr made today. The offense still was consistent. When Matt Glennon came in, look what happened. He drove right down the field, scored a touchdown. The offense was consistent. It's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Gruden knows where to put his players. He don't rotate a lot of fucking the core pieces like the offensive line. He's not rotating a whole bunch of people in the offensive line. The tight ends, he got his set tight ends. They do set things. The running backs rotate. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good rotation. You know what I mean? It's just like either Paul Gunther don't have the pieces to run the defense that he's trying to run, or his defensive play call is just bad and it's just not going to work for the players that they have, and they might need to move on from Paul, and they might need to reevaluate this defense, and they might need to grab somebody before the deadline. You know, a linebacker at least. You're not gonna get a corner unless you make a blockbuster splash trade or whatever, but you need to get you something, man. To get you something, man. I don't know, man. We gave this game away. I feel like, man. I feel like we gave this game away. We had it in our hands. We could have been up at halftime. And we gave it away, man. You know, we gave it away. You know, great, offensive game planning by John Gruden, but horrible defensive planning by fucking Paul Gunther. You know, bad defensive play call. You know, Aaron Rodgers just knew the plays and just was beating all that shit you was trying to throw at him. And I know he's a great quarterback, but come on, man, god damn. But in any event, man, off to Houston. Off to Houston, I don't know what to expect. You got a dual threat quarterback, you know, could be ugly. You know what I'm saying? If we don't do what we're supposed to do on defense, could be ugly. Because offense might not be, you know, moving the ball like they moved today. You know, there's 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a row that they moved the ball well. You know what I mean? Move the ball well. Just bonehead plays at the end killed us this week. But for the most part, John Gruden really has improved in play calling and adjusted in the halftime. Paul Gunther ain't caught up. Defense ain't caught up. Carr ain't caught up. You know what I'm saying? These are key pieces to winning games, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we'll see. You know, I still got hope in my squad. You know, nobody predicted us to be at this point. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep going. Got young. Don't let us get down, and just keep fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? I will give the Raiders that they fought today. Usually when we get down like that, it's ugly. But they offensive they fought. John Gruden kept being aggressive and kept, you know, handling his business. Just costly turnovers killed us. 14 points we left on right there. It's a different ball game. You know what I mean? But anyways, it's your boy fucking Raider. Oh yeah, we could get into a lot of the penalties and shit like that, but you gotta expect when you go into somebody's home field and you're hated, you're not gonna get those calls. You're not gonna get those calls. Detroit did get them. You think we're gonna get them? We're not gonna get those calls. So you got to beat the refs. By beating the refs is by winning, putting up points, shutting their offense down, and then you can eliminate all that other extra shit. So it is what it is. It's your boy fucking Raider. I appreciate all the love. You already know our slogan: Raiders, Raiders. Let's try to get this channel up to 500, subscribers. So tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? The best blogger in the world, in my eyes. You know what I mean? Gonna keep it real. Gonna keep it authentic. No script, no nothing. Just off the top. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, hey man, I appreciate all the love, regardless of the 500 subscribers I haven't received yet. But I still appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? And I'll see y'all next Sunday unless some bullshit come along, and we gotta talk about it. Oh yeah, and game ball. If we is gonna give one, goes to the line, man. stellar performance by the line again. But anyways, man, it's your boy and fucking Raider. Peace.
Over a dozen albums. I mean, what do you feel like, or how do you feel like the game has changed?